Hey y'all, Blink here. It seems that most of you liked my previous video and want a sequel, and I feel inclined to give you all one as there is so much ancient techniques I plan on revealing to y'all. Today, we'll be dissecting how I got an 11 kill streak with Chomper in under a minute and 15 seconds. The clip starts on Z-Tech Factory, and we're flanking two soldiers. Immediately, I group the first soldier, but don't rush in and attack his side like I usually do, as that would be a huge mistake. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. I instead get behind the boxes for cover to conceal my position to the rest of his team, as he is likely not alone. I also am angled in a way where if his soldier friend starts shooting at me, his teammate might actually body block some of the bullets, negating damage. Thankfully, it doesn't come down to that, and after taking down the first soldier, the second literally jumps in my mouth, clueless as ever. Going further into their spawn, an all-star and shrimp mech are up ahead, also clueless to my location thanks to Sun Tzu's teachings, of course. I goop in between the both of them and approach the All-Star, as the mech is distracted with my team. I then vamp weed him to recover my lost health from the first soldier and take him down swiftly. I then, of course, turn my attention to the I believe is Z-Mech, and knew that I didn't even need goop to finish it off. The mech was in a shootout with my teammates and likely already sustained heavy damages. However, he likely thought the All-Star would protect his rear, leaving it exposed and unprotected. Let your plans be as dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Like I predicted, the mech was low and went down incredibly easy, and after helping my teammates deal with the stray all-star, we conquered their spawn area. I then went down a flank route to hopefully find some stragglers, and a straggler I found indeed. I warped down on him and deal with him. However, I start getting bombarded with bullets from all sides. This, to anybody else, would be an awful situation to be in, and lesser players would probably die in this spot. Unfortunately for the zombies, I'm not a lesser player. You see, what the zombies don't know is that they gave me the thing you should never give your enemy in war: information. I now know the new location of the team's spawn, likely being here and here. Hey, just wanted to say, like Future Blank here, that the team could also spawn to the soldier's right, and this will be important later on in the video, but I just wanted to say it because I forgot to mention it in the past, my bad. Which will be detrimental to them later on, but first I need to get out of the situation. Looking at the angle from the bullets being shot at me, I can calculate that hiding behind this pillar will protect me from both of the enemy shooting, at least for a bit. However, while repositioning myself, I noticed something in the corner of my eye. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. An EP's bullet flying towards one of my attackers. I now knew that I can continue forward as the attackers on the high ground would be distracted by the EP. And what do I see up ahead? 3 zombies, all huddled up, close together, in a narrow space. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy themselves. I made quick work of the poor souls that stood before me. Being that close together was their second mistake, their first obviously being in the same server as me. However, as I'm retreating to my team and preparing to rest and heal, I stumble upon an all-star, flanking us from behind. To lesser players, this would be the end. I'm in 30 HP against a full health all-star up close and he has fire damage. However, lesser players don't understand psychological warfare. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. The only way out of this situation was getting in this all-star's head. I had to make it seem like I had a lot of health, so I continued approaching him. You see, the reason I want him to think I'm strong is so he doesn't try to shoot or sprint tackle me, making him think it wouldn't be enough to kill me and would leave him vulnerable. In his perspective, I want him to think a decently healthy Twilight Chomper is approaching him fast, and there's only one option he has to stop me: imp punt. Unfortunately for him, he sealed his fate the moment he sent it out. I gracefully dodged the imp punt, knowing it was coming, and take him down with vamp weed, allowing me to also heal and be in a more comfortable position. Now remember when I told you that the enemy team giving me their information of their spawn would come back to haunt them? Well, I figured that likely the All-Star wasn't the only one trying to flank, and since I knew their spawn locations, I had a good guess where I could find the would-be flankers. I round the corner, and my guess was of course accurate, as I see a soldier and imp marker in front of me. Now, some people would think to go for the closest target. However, remember, know your enemy and know yourself. You need not fear the result of 1,000 battles. The imp is a much bigger threat, having gravity grenade, and as such, needed to be eliminated first. I jump over the soldier to not alert him to my presence, and goop the imp to make sure gravity grenade won't be an issue. After drop-kicking the child, I turn my attention to the soldier, and after a fierce battle, I come out victorious. And say it with me, folks. Not even close. Shortly after defeating the soldier, I then teleport out of there, mainly because the Tibetan monks astral projected their thoughts into my head, warning me of impending danger. Their warnings, of course, were accurate, as after teleporting, a zoologist trailed behind me to avenge his teammate's death. However, that zoologist will realize I have one more trick up my sleeve. Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg, meaning lightning war, was a tactic the Germans used to take down the Allied forces in the beginning of World War II, by sending refugees to disorient the Allies, and then encircle their army rapidly. And luckily, I had a refugee of my own. The EP goes in, halting the zoologist's advancement dead, while I wait and count the amount of shots the zoologist fired at the EP. Then, I reveal myself, right when the zoologist clip is about to empty, allowing me to goop and encircle the zoologist, bringing an end to another zombie fighter. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, I truly do appreciate it. If you want to see actual long-form content, I have a YouTube channel that I plan on uploading actual videos on soon. Anyways, remember to read The Art of War. Bye.
Yeah. Never mind, we win these, bro. We win these! We win these! Never! We never die! Not even close, baby! Not even...